Hello, my name is Robert Hollis. I want to thank you very much for tuning into my Periscope. Thank you so much for, sharing this with your followers, your Twitter followers, your Facebook followers, and also thank you for the hearts. A lot of you may or may not know this, but I used to be an auto mechanic, and I got hurt, put on workman's comp, and lost everything. It was in that loss of everything that I actually found my mentor. And through finding my mentor, been able to make millions and millions of dollars and help other people make millions of dollars. So now I went from auto mechanic to life mechanic. You can check out lifemechanic.com. That's on the link right below here. And there's a lot of free training there. And plus my mentorship program and other paid training too. And you deserve it. You're worth it. All right. So check out the other stuff on the blog. We got some incredible shows on there. I was telling the audience before I started the Periscope that, one of our shows yesterday was like over 760 views. Can you imagine on a day-to-day basis getting in front of 760 people? My Lord, well, I'm so blessed, and thank you very much. So now what I want to share with you right now is I want to help you find the winner in you. If you're one of those people that consistently been watching my blog, and the last week, it seems like I've been pretty hard on people. It's like, listen, stop playing with the life that you have. Stop existing and start living. And what I want to tell each and every one of you that have been plugging into the Periscopes, and again, that's on lifemechanic.com/blog, and go check those out. But now what I want to talk about is why you're a winner, and why you can do this. Why you can be successful, why you can be happy, how you can have incredible relationships, incredible connections with your creator, why you're a winner. See, the first thing I want to say is, do you realize how many people on the planet right now don't even do anything as far as personal development? They've never asked for help. They don't even know that help exists. They're just too busy being busy. And so for you to watch this Periscope, it already puts you in a very high percentage. I would probably tend to say, based on all the stuff I know, that you're easily in the top 10% of the people on the planet just because you found a way to find someone like me and you plug in. So by you just doing that, can you pat yourself on the back? Can you say, congratulations to me? I'm proud of you. I'm super proud of you. And so I know when I found personal development, I was just like, wow, where am I going to fit this all in? How am I going to do this? And let me share with you why I know for a fact that you're a winner. The first thing I want you to think about is if you just looked at your whole entire life, I want you to imagine for a second that, and some of you would be like, I would never want to see this. But just think for a second that there was a movie running of your entire life. Can you imagine that? And guess what? Good times, bad times, all this stuff that's going on. And a lot of you would go, whoa. I wouldn't want anybody to see my movie. No, this movie's just for you. It's just for you. And one of the uniqueness about this is there's a movie out there, and I'll get it, had Meryl Streep in it and Albert Brooks, Defending Your Life. Defending Your Life. Wow. I have not talked about that movie in like forever. All right. So Defending Your Life with Meryl Streep. For those of you, you just learn to enjoy mentorship, learn to enjoy personal development, learn to enjoy movies, So there's this movie, some people will watch it and they'll get all freaked out. So again, it's called Defending Your Life with Meryl Streep and Albert Brooks. Go watch it. Get it this weekend and watch it. Because it's all about, what if you had to defend your life and you had a prosecutor, and then a defense attorney, and you had to pick out things in your life that actually, and again, don't get caught up in biblical stuff and all this stuff. No one knows anyway. You know what I mean? I love my favorite biblical scripture. Lean not on your own understanding. So if I don't know, I know you don't know. But the whole point is when you watch this, it's like, what if you had to defend certain things in your life before you got to go to the next one? Just what if? Just what if? All right. So now let's talk about why you're a winner. I want you to imagine that your defending attorney, you know what I mean, is pulling up things about your life all the time. And I want you to think about the number of times that if everyone was watching your life, they would go, uh-oh, they're in trouble. And let me just give you a couple of them. Let's say that for whatever reason, you wasn't paying attention. You know what I mean? And all of a sudden it was a test that you had to do in school. And all of a sudden it's like the test is tomorrow and you feel like you didn't study enough and you feel like you didn't retain enough and you feel like you didn't do what you're supposed to. And guess what? The pressure was on. So you really focused. You really focused and you really studied and you read the things that you should have read already. You paid attention. Some people, drink Mountain Dew. Give me some hearts, man. Is anyone following this? And it's like all of a sudden you go and you pass the test. You pass the test. And so for some of you, just getting through elementary school is a win. For some of you, making it through junior high is a win. For those of you that, made it through whatever grade you did, and in high school, you won. So when you sit there and think about the stuff that you've done your whole entire life, where the world probably would look at it and go, you know what? It's not that big of a thing. It is a big thing. Because there was times in your life where you won. For those of you that have played athletes, been an athlete in any way, shape, or form, or maybe performed with some kind of acting or made someone laugh, with a joke. It's like you got to start looking at the highlights of your life and when you felt on top of the world, when things seem to be working. Some of you feel like me, you know what I mean? You feel like you're a big winner when you met your mate. Meeting Terry was, I'm telling you what, without a shadow of a doubt, one of the big giant wins of my career. Getting her to say yes to me and having her stick around is like one of my biggest victories. So you guys might feel that about your spouse. You might feel that about your children. You know what I mean? And sometimes we look at these things and we just go, this is crazy. You know what I mean? It's like, what is the deal here? And it's like all of a sudden it's like, yeah, it didn't take much, but all of a sudden you see your children or you see people that you've helped and they've done things. You've done stuff for people. Little things like getting your driver's license. You know what I mean? You got to look at yourself as a winner. You got to look at yourself as a winner. A lot of you have found ways to be able to get a job. Not everyone can get a job. Not everyone can keep a job. So some of you guys have turned around and guess what? You not only had gainful employment, but you kept a job. You paid your bills. Some of you look at, maybe your FICO score or maybe your credit score as being a victory. The point that I want you to think about is this, is you got to understand that you have it within you. You have it within you to be a winner again. And to consistently win and go from victory to victory to victory to victory. Now, throughout my life, I want to tell you some of the things that are really wild. So one of the things, well, Scott, not your score, maybe what you should do is work on that, all right? Okay, so try to stay positive, all right? You're a winner. So anything, the whole point is that you want to turn around and be in a position where, it might have looked as, again, the story was watching you. The story was watching you. Everyone was watching your movie. There was times where you probably all of a sudden couldn't pay a bill. Maybe you couldn't pay a bill and then you figured out how to do it. Or maybe for some of you that are in your small home-based business and just starting it, do you realize how many people do not ever get a check? They never make a check in entrepreneurship. They never, ever make a check. Now, when you say that, think about this. I'm talking probably 98% of the people that have ever tried to be an entrepreneur, do an online business, do a network marketing business, easily I would say probably 98, maybe even higher percent have never even gotten a check. You see what I mean? So I want you to think about what you could do to get those small victories. Now, before we go on, let me talk about another one. It's very, very important. All right? We're not asking you to do something that you can't do. This is what really blows me away about the profession that I'm in. When you think about being an entrepreneur, you can do it. When you think about connecting with people, building a relationship, you definitely can do it. When you think about building a relationship so the person knows, likes, and trusts you, you can definitely do it. You can also build a relationship and care enough where the person eventually wants to buy product from you, wants to support you, and would love to be in business with you. See, every one of you can do what I'm talking about. I'm not asking you to be an opera singer. I'm not asking you to win an Oscar. I'm not asking you to dunk a basketball. I'm not asking you to play football. I'm not asking you to be a figure skater. I'm not asking you to be an Olympian. See, if you're a winner in a home-based business arena, all you got to do is focus and learn the little things that it would take to generate a check. Because once you figure out how to get a check, now all you got to do is more of what you just did to get another check. You see what I mean? Now, most people don't look at that as a victory, but I looked at it as a victory. Are you kidding me? All I've been is coin operated. All I've been is W-2. Work for somebody else's dreams. Work for somebody else's, that took a risk, started their own company. I was an employee. And then guess what? When I went out for the first time and went to work and did what I was supposed to do, and I got a check from the company, bingo. That's when I realized, wow, this is the only time that I've earned a check as what they would call in the profession as an independent contractor. So now I knew there was a lot that I needed to learn, and I knew that I could learn it. So the first thing I want each and every one of you to just think about, what are we really asking you to do? We're asking you to use your mouth. I've helped people. Listen to me. I've helped people make checks on a monthly basis. I've helped people make checks on a monthly basis that couldn't talk. I've helped people make checks on a monthly basis that couldn't hear. I've helped people make money on a monthly basis that couldn't see, that had all kinds of disabilities. I'm helping a lady right now that's a quadriplegic. Even difficult to say. But you can figure out ways to be able to find out what they can do and then show them how to do it. Are you listening to me? So first of all, we're in a profession where all you got to do is learn to connect. Learn to find people that you don't know and connect. That's the key. Now, some of you might just want to learn how to do this without doing the business. I love what Facebook has done for the world because Facebook just allows us to focus on, wow, if you're not giving value, if you're not being positive, if you're not doing stuff that can help people, what if the only goal for you right now was to get more people as friends on your Facebook? That's all. For some of you that want to take a little bigger step, this is huge now, is maybe you start a fan page and you start getting likes on that fan page. Do you realize that Robert Hollis at one time did not have one person that was a friend online? I started with MySpace before Facebook started. And you just keep doing it. You keep giving. You keep knowing that if you continue to build a brick at a time, that one day you turn around and you got a wall. The reason that I got, 2,500 or 2,300 followers on Periscope why I got shows that have over 760 live views and replays. The reason I have 760,000 hearts is because I did my first Periscope and there was one like, one heart, no followers. I forget who I just looked at the other day, and I was blown away that they had one heart, no followers. You know what I mean? And it was someone big. It was someone really, really huge. But here's the point. You got to believe that if other people did it, so can you. If other people did it, so can you. So what I think a lot of people do, and why I know that you can win this game. Why? The people that keep telling you that you can do this know where they came from. When I first built my first Facebook profile, no friends. None. You know, so you got to sit there and you think about, wow, everybody, every amateur, every master, every person that's been a millionaire at one time had no money. There's very few people that I know that even Donald Trump right now, not to get into politics, Ivana Trump, his daughter, at one time they were walking along the street and she looked at a man that was homeless. And she said, Dad, he's homeless. He doesn't have any money. And Donald Trump looked at his daughter and said, honey, today he's wealthier than me. And she goes, I don't get it. And he said, well, some things messed up and, some properties turned around and the real estate market changed. And right now I'm $900 million in debt. Look it up. Google it. You know what I mean? So the whole point is I want you to really simply think. Here's a little homework for you, right? Is I want you to think and write down on a piece of paper. I really thought about this Periscope. What do you only have to do? What is the only thing that you have to do to make money as an entrepreneur? See, because I know what some of you are doing. Your fear and your anxiety and your worry and your your limited thinking and all this stuff you have. Everything that you're thinking about is not what you need to be successful in this business. You don't need money to be successful in this business. You sure the heck don't need a lot of time. And if you think you don't have any, look at my prior Periscopes. Can you see where I was setting these all up? You see what I mean? And so you got time. Everything that you do, some people think that they're technically challenged. That's a limiting belief. So write down on a piece of paper what you think that you need to do. What you think you need to do on a day-to-day basis to become an entrepreneur. And here's the example. Shark Tank. If you haven't watched episodes on Shark Tank, I almost think that if I mentor people, it should be mandatory. How do you get to the old scopes? Great question. lifemechanic.com/blog. So one of the things you got to realize is on Shark Tank, there's people that show up there that only have an idea, no money, no product, no patents. They just tell a story. They just tell a story. You got to be able to tell a story. You got to be able to invite somebody to watch a video. Wow. How difficult is this? Now, if some of you don't realize how simple that is, you're inviting people to do stuff all the time. Hey, you should look at this YouTube video. Hey, you know what? I'm really excited. You ought to check out this funny video. Hey, you're excited. You got to check this out. Man, it was emotional. Oh, you should have, you wouldn't believe. I seen this sermon. You got to watch it. Oh, watch this guy, Susan Boyle. It's unbelievable. She was on, America's Greatest Talent or whatever it was, or, the thing with Simon, right? And she sung and just, we see those. And you're inspired by children doing things. People that can sing incredibly well, people that do amazing human tricks, you know what I mean? And you see stuff and you're laughing and you're giggling, you're inspired and you cry. And you watch a movie and you go, oh, watch this. Guess what? Star Wars is coming out. Oh, man, are you gonna, right now in American TV, Terry and I are watching certain shows and the stars in the middle of the break talk about their favorite Star Wars character, their incredible favorite scene or favorite line in the movie. You got to get enthusiastic and excited about sharing, talking and sharing, inviting, promoting, edifying. All you got to do is get excited about something, and share it. And so if I was asking you to dunk a football or dunk a basketball, yeah, whatever. If I was asking you to be a brain scientist or a rocket surgeon, you see what I mean? It's like I'm not asking you guys to do something crazy. I know you got the time, but what we do is we sit around and we think about all the other stuff we got to do. So now here's another point that I want to make. So first of all, let's finish that part by saying you're a winner. If you're watching this Periscope right now, let's see really how kind of a person you are. Can you say out loud? You might, I'm embarrassed. I'm in a car. I'm at a Starbucks. I'm at a restaurant. I'm at my home. There's people in my home. Can you say I'm a winner? Can you say I'm a winner out loud? I am a winner. I will succeed. I will figure this out. I will get better every day in every way. And what I'm going to do is attach to this video along with the blog is my I am statements. You got to start listening to. You got to start saying out loud. That's where I was talking about yesterday, the stuff that I had on there too, is you are a winner. You can do this. So the second part of it is first you're a winner. The second part of it is what we're asking you to do is so simple. It's so simple. It's so easy. Why people throughout the world complicate everything is beyond me. But I do it too. All the stuff I was going to winter and I'm going to keep popping back, I know. But it's like, I'm the kind of guy that always, I have accountants, I have tax people, I have lawyers, I have bookkeepers, right? And every year they do everything for me. But yet they put things together and say, Robert, we got a question about this transaction and this one. And where did this go? And who's this? And who's this? And who's this? And as soon as I get that and open it up, and I'm not exaggerating, maybe, 40 transactions for a whole entire year. These guys bookkeep them, put them in, code them, get the right taxes, do all this stuff. Load them in, got this great big thing that they put together, and I open it up and there's like 30, 40 transactions that I gotta look online and look on the statements. Oh no, what am I gonna do? And guess what? I think it's complicated. I think it's gonna take too long. I procrastinate. I put it off. Yeah, I'm human. And then all of a sudden, what do? I put it off to the last minute. Hey, you're going to get penalties. You're going to get interest. All right. And then I open it up and it's like, wham. It took me like 5-10 minutes. Why didn't I open it up and go, listen, 5 minutes, knock this out, bam, send it. Yeah, I'm human. So you probably do that with prospecting. You probably do that with completing your Facebook profile. You probably do that with hooking up groups and adding your favorites and going in and posting and making positive posts to people. There's all this little stuff that we're going to show you how to do in the Facebook training. My daughter-in-law, Hannah, Hollis, she started doing this at 17. Her and my son make over $80,000 a year. It's simple. It's easy. You can do it. You not only is it simple and easy and you can do it good enough to make a check. And you can do it good enough and make a check where you're covering your auto ship for whatever company you're in. Now you're in profit. What would it feel like to just be in profit? Every month, you get to look at everyone that knows that you're doing this. And you're like, I'm in profit. I'm in profit. This month, I'm in profit. And then all the money that you ever invested in, entrepreneurship, personal development, all this stuff, you're now in profit again. You're now in profit again. It's like everyone's, well, Mary Ellen, how's that business going? Rocking, man. I make money every single week. What? Really? Yeah, really. So now the next thing, and Mary Ellen, I'm proud of you, man. And so now the next thing is very simple. It's like, okay, so you're a winner. We know you're a winner. You've done it before. You're going to do it again. What you can do is you can do it. I know you can do it. Last but not least is what do you got to do to get that mojo back? What do you got to do every single day to get that whole thing that you need? You don't need an accountability partner. You need to hold yourself accountable. You watch my other periscopes. Listen to me very closely. You don't need anything. You don't need money. You don't need a game plan. You don't need to know what to say. You don't want it bad enough. Watch my other periscopes. I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, listen to this point very closely. Everything that you need to be a winner is already inside you. You've already been created to be great. It's the people that come up with limiting beliefs that think they need something that they don't have is why you don't do what you do. Why I need. Well, I gotta have money. Well, I gotta, I don't have any contacts, and I need a capture page, and I need my upline. I need someone to do meetings for me. Man, as long as you say out of your mouth, you're in trouble. And I know some of you are going, no, wait a minute. That goes totally against my beliefs. Well, great. How's that working for you? So you keep believing that you need something outside of you. You keep believing that. And the people of the world that don't have anything, I'm sorry, that guy got me on a tangent, and it's okay. But guess what? They showed this guy last night. It was amazing on Shark Tank. Terry and I was watching this. And this guy standing up there and he says, hey, listen, you know what? We make these little lenses that used to go on cameras, but now they go on all these drones. And, and he said, and they go, well, so you've been doing this. Yeah, I've been doing this. I went to Santa Barbara, and he's like, dude, California, California surfer dude. And he's like, yeah, he says, I used to be on the college ski team. And all the sharks are laughing at him. Even the way he talked, hey, dude, you know what I mean? And he says, I make these accessories, a battery operated selfie stick. Like, dude, man. And he said, all of a sudden, he says, I was taking pictures. And he says, the professional pictures look better than mine. And I found out they made filters. So I took the filters and I started making them for drones. And all the sharks went, is there a market there? And finally, Mr. Wonderful couldn't take it anymore. He goes, so how long you been in business? He says, I've been in business for about 11 years. And they go, really? So what'd you do in sales? And he goes, listen to this. My first year, I did $8,000 in sales. And they all started laughing at him. And they go, what'd you do last year? $3.2 million. How do you like that, dude? And right away, people go, well, how much money did you borrow? Because this guy didn't seem like he was all there. And he goes, listen, I used $2,000 for my student loan. That's the only money I've ever borrowed. So now everybody likes him. Company's debt-free, does $3.2 million last year. He said it'll probably go over $5 million this year. And now the sharks started fighting over him. Amazing. All of a sudden, he's cool, dude. So my point is this guy built a $3.2 million business with, a student loan money. But he did it through hard work and hard effort. He told people, hey, listen, you know what? I'm making these things. And he was saying he spends millions of dollars in R&D. But anyway, going back to Shark Tank, I got on that tangent because I can tell you story after story after story after story, including mine, where people became successful by very simply being able to use their mouth, get excited, and promote and edify something other than them. You don't even need money. People think that you need money. No, you find someone like me, and you're willing to go to work, they'll make sure that they pay you without them giving you any money. Are you listening to me? If you would come to me and you would take my training and you'd get involved in my company and go out there and do hundreds of sales, yeah, I'll take care of you getting in. And that's what's cool, because people can get in and prove that it works before they get paid. That's a unique individual, totally different story. So now, to finish off this last part here, because it's important, what do you got to do on a daily basis? What do you got to do all day? Listen to me, all day. Just stay in that winner mentality. Just stay in that thing that if they can do it, I can do it. I'm going to tell you what I do, all right? I read my I am statements. I go through listening to Science of Getting Rich. I watch YouTube videos like crazy. I go in there and you can put inspirational, search in YouTube. You can put motivational. You can put success stories. You can put women's success stories. You can put any nationality success story. You can go in there and you can put young people under 15 success stories. People over 80 success stories. Success stories from Japan. Success stories from Arkansas. Ladies and gentlemen, you got to understand that if you go on like TED Talks, TED.com, and watch people that had nothing. In fact, here's where I'm gonna, you're a winner. Don't forget, you're a winner. Don't forget, you're a winner. But ladies and gentlemen, you can find success stories that will make you feel bad. They'll make you feel bad. I've got success stories of people that are multimillionaires with no arms and no legs. People that had their picture circulated all over the internet as the ugliest woman on the planet. And see, these people not only have nothing, but they had the whole world at one time pushed down on them. You see what I mean? And guess what? Helen Keller, all these people that had these disabilities, of people that said that they couldn't do anything, and they did it anyway. They became successful. They touched a lot of people. They gave a lot of money to charity. So that's how I do it. I read my I am statements. I listen to Science of Getting Rich all the time. I watch YouTube videos on every successful person I can find. I listen to stuff from Oprah to Richard Branson, to Brendan Burchard, to Jim Rohn, to Les Brown, to Gary Vaynerchuk, Gary V. I listen to stuff that amp me up. Maybe there's a favorite movie that you like to watch. Maybe there's a music. Maybe there's a song. I got two favorite songs. One is Say Amen. And then the other one by Rascal Flatts is My Wish for You. You know what I mean? So there's songs that I can listen to that just amp me up. I have control of my state. You have control of your state. And you can't tell me that you don't. So that's why you got to figure out what you want. You got to go through my other periscopes. And you got to get that mind in the right place. Because If you stop making excuses, you know what you want, you start believing in yourself. Now you just got to figure out the little thing that you got to do every day. And you got to do it as much as you can every day. Because it just blows my mind to this day. If you want to be a good dancer, you got to practice. If you want to be good at martial arts, you got to practice. If you want to be a good singer, you got to practice. If you want to be above average in anything, you got to practice. I seen Shirley that threw one up here that said motherhood. Practice. Fatherhood, practice. It's all practice. Some of us get good at doing stuff because we have to do it. Like our job. Going back to you being a winner. Some of you got a job and you're good at it. You're awesome at it. Some of you have gotten so good at your job, you're irreplaceable. And your employee knows it. So they pay you just enough money so you can't quit. You see what I mean? You never get a chance to save enough money to say I'm done. And they pay you just enough money so so you can't save money and leave. And they pay you just that one place where you can't afford to quit. Because you got bills, you got credit card payments, you got mortgage, you got all this stuff, right? So you're stuck, right? They say that ceiling up there. So anyway, you are a winner. I'm proud of you. I give you permission. If no one's ever given you permission, I give you permission to be happy and successful, wealthy, give to charities, travel the world. Anything that you want to do, I give you permission right now. If no one's ever done it, I did. I gave it to you. My mentor did that for me. I'm just returning the favor. So we already know you've been a winner in the past. We already know that you can get your mojo back. You got to do the things on a daily basis to get yourself in a positive, happy, enthusiastic state of mind. You got to know what you want. And you got to learn to want it bad. You got to watch the video yesterday and you got to get unhappy and disgusted with your current situation. You got to raise your standards a little bit. So around this video, probably down underneath the blog, or if you find it on YouTube, it's below there. I want you to go down there, and I've got the list of not only where I got my I am statements, science to getting rich. For those that are believers, for those of you that are believers, guess what? You can click on, washed by the word. There's certain songs and certain audio scriptures that I listen to. For those of you that don't want anything to do with that, just don't click on the link. It's pretty awesome, right? And it's like, I'll put everything there that I have used in my past to get me in the right mindset, to get me in the right state of mind. Now, some of you would rather watch TV. Some of you would rather see what's going on. Guess what? Let me just really quickly blow your mind. Right now we see the tragedy, the crazy stuff that happened in Paris, in France, right? And my prayers and my thoughts go out to them. But don't get mad when I say this. Do you know that 200,000 people die a day? 200,000 people die a day. Wow. Puts it in perspective, doesn't it? Really, really puts it in perspective. So we can be all caught up all day. We can be all scared about all the bad stuff. Oh, the boogeyman's going to chase us. You know what? When I was in high school, the boogeyman was Russia, and it was called the Cold War. And they were going to drop nuclear weapons on North Dakota and wipe it off the planet. We did drills. We did drills in school of what to do in the case of a nuclear attack. I used to tell this story all the time. The reason I left North Dakota is because I found out that North Dakota it protected the whole northern border of the United States. So if you watch I'm trying to think, War Games. It was War Games. And this kid was playing global nuclear war with a computer. And the first place that was taken off the map was Grand Forks, North Dakota. because Russia knew that if they could take out North Dakota and their Air Force bases and get all the nukes in the silos, that they would have a chance. Sorry for getting on a tangent, but man, it's amazing how much the media and the internet and all these distractions take away our time from being happy, giving to charities, traveling the world. You want to make a difference? Be a winner. Lead by example. Show the world that there's something else going on in the life other than being worried about everything and thinking you can't do anything. So bottom line, gotta say I'm a winner. I'm a winner. Say it out loud. I'm a winner. Don't be embarrassed. I'll send you my I am statements. I'll show you everything that I'm doing on this video. And you can do this. You can do this. You can. Now, again, success is all definition. Wealth is all definition. Some of you, if you made an extra $500 a month, stayed focused. To make $500 a month, you guys would just, you wouldn't believe the amount of people that you would inspire because you said, listen, you know what? I made $500 a month. I paid off my credit card. Then I paid off this one, and then I paid off this one. And then the extra $500 a month, I used $200 of it to get a new car, a brand new car. No one else has driven it but me. And then all of a sudden I got this money, and then I turned around and decided to put a little extra money and move to a place that I wanted to move to. And I bought something nice for my kids, and I bought something nice, for my spouse. And then I saved up the money all year, and I had like $6,000, $7,000, and I took a family on a vacation. I went to Australia, New Zealand. I've always wanted to go there. I've always wanted to go to UK and go Paris, and I finally went. Those are incredible success stories. Don't get caught up with these people that are like, yeah, I made $10,000 in a day. Man, I've helped tens of thousands of people. Are you hearing me? I've helped tens of thousands of people that used to make less than $200 a month in South America. Start making $400, $500, $1,000, $1,200 a month. Do you understand that I taught people in countries like Mexico and Colombia and Peru and El Salvador and Ecuador? I showed them how to make more money a month than their family members made in a year. In an entire year. And I was able to do that with $2,000, $3,000. So understand that that's the kind of incredible stuff that you can do. So each and every one of you, I thank you very much for getting on this. Really, really, really appreciate you. And thank you for all the hearts. I really appreciate it. We'll put it up and load it up. Take care. God bless. You're a winner. You can do this. If I did it, you can. If other people did, you can. Take care and God bless. Bye-bye.